No escaping. No, 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 no. Hi. Streusel on the windowsill. Huh? Yeah, hello. Hello, Mr. Taiyaki. Hello. Oh, purr. And the butter cloud. Hello, Madeline. Hi. Now, are you keeping cool on the windowsill? That's a nice cool space, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's a nice cool space here. Oh, sweetie. Oh, it's a cool surface, isn't it? Actually, the temperature in here is not too bad. Surprising. Hello. So, hi Anna, hi Val, hi Gabi, hi Sumizu. So right now they're eating Animonda carne. I would introduce them to Max. I just ordered a few cans of Max to introduce them to it so that they just get a different taste. Thing is that, of course, I love to buy 800 gram cans, but right now they are still eating very well from the 200 gram cans. But I'm getting a little fridge for the kitten room. I just asked hubby if I can order a tiny fridge to keep the food fresh. You know, it's a fridge of this size. Hubby got one for the bedroom to keep his drinks cool, and it's very silent and it doesn't eat a lot of energy, so I will get one of those for the kitten room so I can store bigger cans in there when they're open, so that the food doesn't go bad and the sky raisins don't get into it. I had some trouble with the stream. First it was like I don't have an internet connection, and I checked it, it had an internet connection. Then it didn't recognize my password. Then it wanted that I initialize the YouTube new. Then again that I don't have an internet connection. Checked it again, but I did. So it took me a while now to get the stream running. Hi CFP. And half of the day I spent suffering on the couch because I just can't deal with those temperatures. I get horrible headaches or migraines and my blood pressure drops and I have to run to the toilet all the time. I can't do heat. Yeah, the kittens over there are calling. Especially the black one with the orange collar. He meows a lot at me. He is quite friendly and curious. Hi Bob. Guys, you haven't eaten. Have you eaten anything today? There's so much food on your plate, huh? Seriously. It's too warm for eating? So yeah, don't forget to give a thumbs up. You know, restart and stuff again. Tomorrow it's supposed to become, I don't know, 37 degrees Celsius or something like that. I'm so not looking forward to it. That's a hole in the plush. There is nothing to eat in it. Tayaki really has grown tall. Oh. Typical siblings until someone screams. Oh, those karate moves. Me? Me? We're still waiting for the roof pieces for the queendom. Still no message from the company. It's annoying. I hate waiting. I would have loved to get this done this week, but obviously that won't happen. What you sadly missed while I was struggling with XSplit to get the stream running was that it seems that Streusel annoyed Semla and she told him off. He actually got a bit of kitten 101 how to behave with your mommy. Well, I think it was more like, if you're my son, you have to behave, my friend. Or no mobile for the next week. You go without dinner to bed. No TV. What are you doing here? Sticking your front paws into the devil, huh? Bless you. And I just entered the dressing room. The kittens, nearly all of them, was deep asleep. They was all spread out in the playpens, and actually the ginger looked like he was dead because he didn't even react when I started talking. So I was like, "Are you still breathing?" And then he opened one eye and he was like, "Oh, that evil human." And then he gave me a tiny hiss. But he was too tired to get up and to run away from me. Right now they are eating Animanda kitten. I hope so. I haven't checked in the last couple of days if everything is on the list. The only thing that I checked regularly in the last time, even though I know it won't happen, is if I find dewormers on Amazon. There are a few things on it, but I don't trust that stuff. And also look for flea treatment, but the only thing that you find there is Frontline, and here in Germany at least you can, when you use Frontline, it's crap. It doesn't work anymore, so I think I will order dewormers and flea treatment and stuff like this in bulk from a website where you can get it. But yeah, right now, food. Right, Cindy? Ding, ding, ding. Of course, the kittens eat a lot. I think those guys over there, their first hunger was just so strong that they've eaten so much last night. Now they are not eating much. There's still food left from this morning, so just like these guys here, it's probably just too warm to eat. But yeah, I think those guys, they filled their bellies up as much as they could, because every time when I sneak peeked into the room, the food bowl was empty. So of course I refilled, and I think they're just full now. And for you, it's probably too warm to eat. I may introduce you just to a different taste. Probably that would be something for you. What do you think? I just ordered so many of those baby pate cans that I thought you will just eat them until it's empty, but probably you have enough always to get the same. And you're big enough now. You're not babies anymore. Ding ding. You're big babies. Huge babies. Bless you. So it seems that Streusel's eye now under antibiotics is getting a bit better. I hope that continues. No, they are not eating the pate anymore. There are two different baby pates from Animonda, but I would switch them now to Carni. Animonda Carni, which is the next, where are more chunks in there and where they have something to chew. I've only ordered so much of that stuff that I thought, oh, come on, give it to them until it's eaten. Because I got a very good price for it. When you order more, you get a better price from where I order it from. Ding ding. Look. Yeah, for example, Geflügelcocktail. There should be three or four different tastes from the kitten carny. But I don't know if they're all on the wish list, if they're all available, which is the second question. Right? Boop. Hi, Lamits. No worries, the kittens will be here until July. I still have some food on stock. It's not that I don't have food here anymore, but of course, even in July they will still eat, so. I've just ordered you because I also have to bring food, of course, for for Florian and Alcina, and then those guys here. Salami made out of children. I wonder if children taste like chicken. at that. I'm not cute. I'm a dangerous kitten. It's too warm for him in the moon bed. He just lay down on the cool floor. Should I introduce you to a different taste, huh? Yeah? What do you think, guys? Because I have some carne outside for the other kittens. I'll bring a can and then we'll see what you say. Without you escaping, Miss Madeleine. Just saying. She became very dangerous at the door. Same with Mr. Buttercloud. Oh my goodness. Shh. No, no, no. I said no about escaping. No. Shh. Goodness me. Where's the Buttercloud? There he is. The little one with the orange collar is standing at the wall of the playpen and he's watching Semla's kitten on my monitor because the computer is there. He's watching kitten TV. So let's see if you probably eat more when I give you new taste. Huh? So what do we have here? Carne, beef and geflügelt poultry. Let's see what you say about that. If I would have had my mobile with me, I would have taken a picture how he's watching Kitten Cam. Oh, thank you so much, Valerie. You got a volume discount. Wow. Oh, Marlene is hissing. Wait, 12 of the 6 to 200. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Val. Taiyaki, just enter the plate from another spot. There's so much room on the plate. Obviously, they like the new taste. Thank you so much, Valerie. That poor unicorn's getting beaten up every day. Yeah, thank you so much, Valerie. Very generous. Have you heard that, kittens? You don't have to starve to death. I'm still feeding them from your huge bag of Max kibble. They are now, I think, 2/3 through the bag of this huge Max kitten food. So yeah, I will get a tiny fridge for the kitten room, so I can keep open food cans fresh. It's very annoying, you know, with the flies and with the heat and everything. When you open a can, either they eat it or you have one that's going bad because it's opened and it's warm and the flies getting in there. Even when you put a lid on it, the food is not, it's just too warm to keep it. So that's why I get a tiny fridge. Also to store medications if they need to be cooled. Goodness me, guys, that you have so much energy. It's so warm. Huh? It's so warm, guys. Goodness me. Yes, you might also like an aquarium. Now, is that delicious, Mr. Streusel? Yeah, is that good? And you taste? Buttercloud is also like, I haven't smelled that before. What is that? Supervising the mistresses with their food. Today was very proud of Lily because Sam was running around in the living room and he was like, who could I bully now? You could see he was up for trouble. He was searching for it. And Lily was on the sideboard and she was watching him and she was like, you want trouble? You can have trouble. And she jumped off the sideboard behind him and scared the crap out of him. She gave him a slap on the butt and jumped back on the sideboard. No worries, Sumizu. By the way, brain cells. I mean, we know that Sam has only 3 brain cells, right? And I'm not sure if overheating those brain cells is a very good idea. Because hubby has an air condition upstairs, and because we had no other solution beside of probably ripping down the whole side of that house by trying to take one brick out of the wall to lead the aircon out of the house, because that is how our house would react. You know, you drill a hole and then you have a hole like this. So he was too scared to go through the outer wall. So he made a connection now between the bedroom and the upper staircase, where is a window that we will fence that window up so we can open it completely without kittens escape, so that the hot air can get out. And I mean that air that is coming from this aircon is really hot. And Sam, as soon as this aircon is running, and we are talking right now about temperatures from 30 degrees and above, he's laying in that down in that hot wind stream and this stream of hot air and sleeps there. I mean, that Grease boy, he's just, I don't know. He's literally trying to destroy those 3 brain cells that he has. Oh Bob, we would have a lot of windows in our house already. Like when hubby wanted to include some outlets in the wall in the kitchen. So he started drilling for it, for, you know, making the holes to put the outlets in the wall, and we ended up with having a window into the staircase. Yes, he wants to be baked, yeah. That Grease guy is just crazy. Probably a bit too much ouzo when he was a kitten. Now, is the food delicious? Yeah, do you like it? I hope not. I don't hope that hubby tried to drill a hole into the basement wall. We are still too scared to call the city, the town, to report that sinkhole, because we are scared that we'll end up with a huge bill to get it fixed. But it's getting worse, that's the problem. When it began and it was raining, you had a bit of a puddle there, and now that puddle is so deep that you get wet feet when you step into it. So, yeah. I think that sinkhole is now 5 centimeters deep, and we are talking about a sinkhole. We are really talking about a hole of this that is building slowly in front of our house. Yeah, I guess it has to do with some wastewater leakage or something like that down there in the street. My own street repair with cat litter, yeah. No, that's not good, and I'm scared that my car will disappear in that sinkhole, because it's exactly there where we park our car. And it's not that it's the spots where the wheels are always standing, you know, it's really underneath the car. So yeah, we have to report it, and we are scared about a huge bill because we don't know. And I think matching to that is that the sink in the winter garden is not draining anymore. We have problems with the sink in the kitchen. Ow, I don't need a new piercing in my ears, thank you. So there might be a connection. Yeah, if that is our neighbor, I will kill her. But she might have learned her lesson the one time when she got a huge bill because she thrown her potato peels and her coffee filters and stuff like this into the drainage of the street, which made our neighbors this side drainage of the whole house clog up, so that they had toilet water and everything coming up. And this happened 2 or 3 times. And then I saw her once doing that. They saw her too, but then it was word against word, you know. And one morning I watched her doing that, throwing her biological stuff into the street drainage. So she ended up with a bill when it happened the next time. Bob, I'm scared that it's not enough to fill that, because the surface of the street itself is okay. It's not broken, but the street itself is sinking. I guess that the wastewater pipe in the street, the main wastewater pipe from the whole street, is broken. That there is a leakage or something. And it's exactly in front of our house. So, yeah. Yep, die spinnt, Gabi. This is the freaky neighbor, the creepy one. For those who don't know the stories about her, she is one of those where you see her, you run. Because, you know, she's like, she wants to read the stars for you and lay the tarot cards for you. And here in my village there is someone who I got to know over a cat's forum by accident, and she is friends with people the 3rd house from here, so also neighbors, and they have a wall in the garden between them and the creepy neighbor. Not the loud neighbor. The loud neighbor are sharing that wall with me, but she is directly the next house. And when they have garden parties or something, of course during Corona they haven't had any, because usually you hear that because someone's playing the guitar and they sing and so on. You always know when they have a party over there. And when this woman who I know over the cats forum was visiting her friends for a party, the creepy neighbor was standing behind the wall, you know, like Wilson from the TV show. What is that in English? In German it's Hör mal, wer der hämmert. And in English it's... I forgot about it. I forgot it. Someone will write it down in chat. So then she was standing behind that wall. You could see just her eyes in the dark. And she was watching her neighbors having a garden party and barbecuing the whole evening. Yeah, Nordstraße number 10. That's the creepy neighbor. Yeah, she is creepy. And she always spies what's going on in the street from her, either from her attic window or from the other window. When she finds something on the street, like a piece of an umbrella, so for example, because that's what actually happened, because I think she is very lonely. She is a widow, and I think she is very lonely, I have to say. If she finds something like this somewhere randomly on the street, she will ring your doorbell and ask you if it's yours. You know. Yeah, Bob, that's my fear. And in Germany, it's when they have to fix something like this, it could be that we end up paying that bill, even though the main water drainage is, the ownership is from the town. It could be that we end up at least paying half of that bill, and it could be 10, 20,000 euro. That's why we are a bit like, we know we have to call, we have to report it, but we're scared to do it. Now, is that delicious? Yeah, the carny. Ice big kitty now. Ice like eat big kitty food. Yeah. Not the baby stuff anymore. Yeah. So yeah, so much about my neighbor from house number 10. We have actually a few crazy people living here, I have to say. Not only number 10, but also number 2. It's the first house in the street, and they called once the fire workers and told them that number 4 is burning, even though they didn't know, because I think it was here, I don't know, in German we say Zuckerfest, the end of Ramadan. It's a Turkish family here, and they celebrate of course Ramadan and the end of Ramadan, and so they had Zuckerfest, sugar celebration. I don't know how it's called in English. And they invited the neighbors to come over and to have a barbecue with them. And because the husband, who passed away a couple of years ago, he was the muezzin of our mosque here, or our mosque here, and so there was many people invited, of course, and they had a few barbecues set up in their garden, and they also invited the family in house number 2, telling them, hey, we'll have a big party with barbecue and everything, if you want to come over. And when they started lit their barbecue and everything, and I mean, our houses are so close together, you can see from the first level into their garden. It's no problem to see that they are barbecuing there, that the house is not on fire. But no, house number 2, they called the emergency and told them that the house is burning. So all the fire workers from around came rushing to that house here, and was greeted with some delicious lamb on barbecues. And here it's when you do a prank call like this, especially after they explained that they invited them and they didn't know that this barbecue is happening and that there will be many people and many barbecues, and they can see that the house is not burning, and still did the call. You know, that's when you live next to racists. So they got a bill about that, and because they thought that a house is actually on fire and that there are probably people in there, then it's not only one fire station coming out, then there are several coming out, and that's quite expensive. So they got a bill about that, about this call. Yeah, and of course the fireworkers were all invited to some yummy barbecue. That was before we moved to this house here, before we bought the house, but she told us that story, and she had 25 fireworkers sitting in her garden and enjoying barbecue. So was some expensive prank call. Oh, that's a few couple thousands, if especially when so many fire stations are involved. Because I know we had a few houses burning down here in our town, and from my house, when the fire alert goes off, you can hear how many villages and so on are setting up the fire alert, and they come out then. So you can hear sometimes 4 or 5 different fire stations setting up their alarm, and then they all drive to the fire, and yeah, that's expensive. That's really expensive. Racism should be expensive. If nothing hurts them, but money will hurt. So, guys, or kittens. Tayaki and Madeleine are sitting on the heater because it's a nice and cool spot. And I'm very glad that I made the heater kitten safe, that you can't hurt your pawsies there in your claws. Have to, you know, clap on my shoulders for being smart enough to do that. Yep. So there are more kittens who need some food and some lovings. And Charlotte was grumpy this morning. I don't know why she was grumpy. Probably she doesn't like the heat either. We'll see how she's doing now. I will visit her first before I will check how they are doing. If they're all sleepy and knocked out from the heat, then I'll do not much with them. Probably doing then more in the evening when it's cooling down, because it's hot, and then wrapping them into a blanket to give them some blanket squishes. I don't know if that's a good idea. But first Charlotte, because I don't want to carry accidentally any germs to her with her weakened immune system. And then I will check on the guys in the other room again. Madeleine and Tayaki are sleeping on the heater, which is probably nice and cool right now, huh? Because it's metal. Yeah. Okay, see you later, everyone. Hi, guys.
think so.